Hey everybody, well it is the weekend and it is meal prep time. So one of the things that I always make or make a lot is my homemade vegetable soup that my mom taught me how to make. And I'm going to show you guys how to make it so it's something you can use, and I've just had a lot of people give me compliments on it, so I thought I would share it with you. So we're going to start with our ingredients, okay? We are going to start with some lean ground beef, okay? And you can also use obviously ground chicken, ground turkey. And then we're gonna have olive oil and minced garlic. And then these are just some of the seasonings that I use, but of course you can use your own, whatever you like to use. I like everything nice and spicy, so spicy. I get the boned beef broth, organic, and now you can also get the sodium free, but this is what I like. I like the collagen in it. Followed by spicy V8. Again, you can get the low sodium, but I like spice, so the spicier the better. And then we've got vegetables. So vegetables is just kind of like whatever you and your family would eat. I have carrots, sweet potatoes, green beans, corn, peas from Adam's Farm, and sweet potatoes. So you can also put zucchini and squash and peppers and anything that you like, okay? So let's get started. All right, here we go. First step, we're going to take olive oil and coat the bottom of the pan or the pot, because actually if you do this then it's just a one stop, right? Coat the bottom of the pan, and then we're gonna take some minced garlic, okay? And we're gonna add that into it. However much you want. I like it, again, I like it spicy, so I put a nice big scoop in there, mix it around, start to sizzle, maybe a little more of the juice. We're gonna saute that for a second before we add our lean ground beef or our lean chicken breast or ground turkey, whatever you choose. Just make sure it's as fat-free as possible. All right, so we're gonna start this. We'll go ahead and open that up and toss it in. Start breaking it up, get it into that olive oil and that garlic. Okay, and then I want you to go ahead and spice your meat, because that makes the meat taste really good. Not just spice your soup, but spice the meat. So once again, I use this adobo. It is really good, but if you want to cut down the sodium, don't put that in there. But it's really tasty. I'm also going to put some roasted garlic and herb seasoning in there. And last but not least, because my mom was a Cajun, we need to put some Creole and make it spicy. Awesome. All right, guys, so go ahead and brown that meat, drain it, and then we will be back. All right, my friends, so we have drained all the fat really, really well. Put it back into the pot. Just brought it to a sizzle. And now we're going to add our liquid. So we're going to add a box of the bone broth beef, or you could do chicken if you prefer. And guys, also I have used soy crumbles in this recipe if you want to go vegan. And there's also vegetable broth that you could use. So all kinds of options here for you. So one box there, and then I'm going to put in this entire bottle of the spicy V8. And I always buy 2 bottles of the bone broth just in case I don't have enough, or because sometimes I make more veggies than I realize. So pour that entire bottle in there. Ooh, a little messy. And bring that to a boil, and then we'll start adding the veggies. All right, you guys, so you can see that it is now boiling, so we're going to start adding the vegetables. You did that while your meat was cooking and everything getting ready. So we're going to start with the sweet potatoes and the carrots. We're going to go ahead and just dump all those in there nice and diced. And there's a method to putting in the vegetables. So we're going to start with the toughest vegetables first, which are the carrots and the sweet potatoes, because they're going to take a little bit longer to cook. So we're going to stir that up. It will go back to a boil really quickly, and we're going to put the lid on, and we're going to cook those. Turn down the heat a little bit. We're going to cook those until the sweet potatoes and the carrots, you can almost put the fork all the way through, not quite done, but definitely a little bit softer. And then we're gonna add the rest of the vegetables. So after it gets a little bit softer, we're gonna put the peas in, and then the green beans, okay? And we're gonna let those cook until basically the whole thing is almost done. And then we are gonna add the mushrooms last, because basically all they have to do is sit in that hot liquid and they'll cook. So that way when you're having your soup at the end, you know, one thing is not mushy and the other crunchy. So there is a timetable for it. All right, so go ahead and let those go until you can almost put a fork through it, and we'll come back. All right, guys, so it's been probably about 10 minutes or so, and you can see, you know, get a sweet potato out, and we can kind of almost push the fork through it. Same thing with the carrot. So it is time, see that? I can kind of push through it, to go ahead and add some more of our vegetables. So we're gonna start with the green beans, okay? And I'm going to give those approximately 5 minutes, maybe a little bit less. And then after that, I'm going to put in the beans, the Pink Lady beans from Adam's Farm, and some sweet peas. So give this about 5 minutes and then go ahead and add this in. All right, guys, so here is our last step. We're going to look at this soup right here. Is that not looking awesome? And everything has been boiling and simmering, and so our last step is we're just gonna put those mushrooms in there. Mushrooms are really easy to cook really fast, so just put those in there, stir them up, and you're going to put the lid back on and simmer. And the soup, after the mushrooms are done, is ready to eat, but I like to simmer my soups for a while. The longer you simmer, the tastier they are, really. So there is your soup, right? And then we have over here, we have all our containers to fill up for a week's worth of lunch. And then you can take even more and freeze them, and so you always have something healthy and convenient. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy the soup. Subscribe to my page and like my Body by Benton page to keep getting recipes and fitness tips. Real people, real life, right? Okay, take care.